was announced included the line that she was not planning to extend her family. Now, if I was the editor of the Daily Express, I would be hot-foot round to Buckingham Palace and demanding a bit of money back.
Maybe she didn't know. I mean, there are certain innocence in all this. I mean, maybe she didn't know.
She is 3 months pregnant. It's not the first time that it's happened to her. But on a serious note, I do think the way that she's making money for herself out of what is a perfectly ordinary book. I mean, my 2-year-old son got to page 3 and ran off to Postman Pat. He couldn't really stick with it, and it's not a very good book. She's making a lot of money out of it, and I really think it's cashing in on the fact that she's married to Prince Andrew.
And for an alternative view, we go to Jacqui Stephen.
Well, I think they're being very unfair. She's a good writer, and I raced out to buy these 2 stunning books, and one of the things that she is brilliant at is a bit of social realism. And we have this helicopter called Budgie.
You're advertising that book on this programme.
Who, he does very interesting things. He helps young women in distress. And Rose Wright, on her way home from school in Stanton, was stopped by some men in a car and bundled inside. Well, I think that's terrific for a 4-year-old late at night. Nothing like cheering them up.
Let's move on, yes. Let's start with the subject which arouses concern in all television viewers. An increasing number of people are discovering they can catch interesting things on their satellite dishes, even at £4.49 a week. A dish, it seems, is not just a dish anymore. It's a passport to pornography. Not coming from Sky Television, but from a European channel that's easily available in this country now. While the government's putting the finishing touches to its plans for the Broadcasting Standards Council, yet another body which intends to control what we watch on television, some technically adroit viewers have found a loophole to porn. Jacqui Stephen went to look it over.
For around £1,000, you can pick up a high-tech satellite dish which can move through 180 degrees to track all the different satellites. It gives you access to over 90 television channels. That wasn't enough for Pete Winterton. He also bought a decoder, a gadget that unscrambles the signal from a channel called FilmNet. Officially, we're not meant to pick it up in this country, so you don't have to pay for it. FilmNet shows mainly movies, and twice a week there's something rather special: sex films.
Full frontal shots.
Of men and women?
And men and women.
Do the men have lots of women? Because a lot of them, it's all the men that they have 2 women and...
I've seen them with more.
More women?
More women.
Most men haven't got the energy for 1 woman, let alone
well,
more
they
than
seem to
one.
have plenty.
But you don't have to have an expensive dish. The big news is that FilmNet is now on the Astra satellite, and if you buy a decoder, you can pick it up in this country on any dish.
That's it.
That's the one.
It's very small, isn't it?
Twice a week they put a pornographic film on. It's interesting, but not that interesting.
What sort of pornography?
Soft porn, I would call it. But of course, if you don't want to watch it, you can always turn the knob off.
That's a choice of word there.
At this factory in Campbell, more than 40 people are employed putting the knobs on. High-Tech is just one of the companies making decoders. They're riding high on the satellite boom.
We are selling roughly 400 to 500